Welcome to another Simonster strength tutorial. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to muscle up on the rings. The rings muscle up has three phases. A pulling phase, which involves a high pull-up, a transition phase, where you move from the top of a pull-up to the bottom of a dip, and a pushing phase, where you perform a dip to complete the movement. Before attempting the muscle up, you should have the prerequisites of comfortable pull-ups and dips on the rings for multiple reps. If you can do both of these skills, you simply need to become competent at the transition phase to unlock the muscle up. Before teaching exercises to help you learn the transition and unlock the muscle up, it is useful to understand a few key principles about the mechanics of the skill. When learning the muscle up on the rings, you should use a false grip. This means using an over grip, putting as much of your hand over the ring as possible. Using a false grip will reduce the height you have to pull before doing the transition phase and put your hands in the correct position to support yourself when you transition to the dip. This grip is often uncomfortable initially, but will improve with practice. If you struggle to maintain a false grip, practicing false grip pull-ups or rows can help improve false grip capacity for the muscle up. It is also helpful to understand the implications the pull-up and the dip have on the transition phase. When you perform the pulling phase, try to pull your thumbs to your lower chest or armpits. The higher your pull-up is, the easier it will be to transition to the dip. Similarly, the lower you are at the bottom of your dip, the shorter and easier the transition phase will be, which is generally the most difficult part of the movement. To improve these components, practice high pull-ups holding the top position and deep dips with pauses at the bottom. Stretching the anterior shoulder muscles with shoulder extension can also help improve the depth of your dip if flexibility is a limiting factor. When performing the muscle up, try to keep the elbows shoulder width or closer throughout the movement. Flaring the elbows out will increase the difficulty of the transition phase. Keeping the elbows in close to your body will put you in a stronger position to muscle up and ensure the elbows are traveling in the same arc for the pulling and transition phases, making it an easier, smoother movement. Note the orientation of the torso changes during the transition phase from leaning back at the top of the pull-up to leaning forward at the bottom of the dip. A cue that many find useful when learning the muscle up is keeping the rings close together and tracing the bottom of the pecs during the transition. Lifting the feet or knees during the transition phase may also help you unlock the movement, but as you become more proficient, try not to use your legs to assist you. Now that you understand muscle up mechanics, the following exercises can help you master the transition to unlock the muscle up. With the rings set around waist height, place a resistance band under your buttocks and anchor it to the rings with each hand in a false grip. From here, lift yourself and sit into the band, ensuring it is taut at the bottom of a dip. Then lower into a chin-up, keeping your feet off the ground, and practice the transition phase with the assistance of the band. If you don't have a band, you can also practice the muscle up by performing the muscle up with slight assistance from the feet. Set the rings so your toes are just touching the ground in the bottom of a dip. From here, start in a false grip with both feet flat on the ground, rise up with assistance from your legs during the pull-up, and lift onto your toes during the transition phase to the bottom of a dip. Remember to control this movement through range and resist the temptation to jump. You can reduce or increase the difficulty by lowering or raising the rings respectively. When performing a movement in the concentric direction is just out of reach, performing it in the opposite direction can help build the strength and motor control to achieve it. Start at the bottom of a dip and perform the transition phase in reverse so you end in the top of a high pull-up before lowering in a false grip. Try to perform the movement slowly, controlling it through range. When you reach the bottom of the pull-up, step up to the starting position and repeat for reps. I hope this tutorial helps you achieve your first muscle up or gives you a better understanding of the skill. If you found it valuable, please like, comment, or share it with your friends.